अवतार अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। Over to you, Pratap ji. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you so much. Last time I was somebody suggested that I should read that poem on Dhuni. So I will directly take that subject of reading the original words of Dhuni and then the translation of it in English. It is already translated by, I think, by Bhau. So I will read that and then we'll discuss about this Dini further. The reason is that there are some elements, thought-provoking elements in the whole process of letting the Dhuni. So that we will discuss along with that after that. And of course, you had also, Prakash has also suggested that he wanted me to sing the song, one ghazal, Aap Jinke Kareeb Hote. Am I right?
Yes, Jai Baba. Thank you. That'd be great.
Let us see how we get time and one by one while singing. As you know that every year, every Amar Tithi on 31st of January, every Amar Tithi, in the morning, early in the morning, so many people, all the people who have come for this Amar Tithi, they would gather there around the Dhumini and the Dhoni will be lit and then there will be a little information about the Dhoni which will be shared with so many people. In fact, all the old time people, they know about the whole history of this Dhoni. But the new people, they keep on coming and then they need to know about it. But thereafter, as I said the last time, that the trust, Avatar Meva Trust has taken a decision to delete or drop that program of letting Dhoni, and they will directly start the programs on the up the hill. Now, during those early times, whatever information that used to be passed on to the people, the whole thing is there with me now, and I will just, before making any discussion or many detailed information about that, I will first read out the poetry that was composed on the Dhuni. As we know that the first time when the Dhuni was lit, on the request of the farmers and villagers all around the Mirabad villages, they came and requested Baba that do something for us because for the last 3 years we are not getting rains and people are migrating to other places. And Baba thought that something should be done for this. And then after he promised that those people that you can go back. God has heard your prayers and you can rest it, you will get relief. And after they went, at 11 o'clock in the night, Baba lit the Dhuni, and there were no clouds. And then as the flames went on, kept on going in the sky, and there were heavy showers. And that rain, it was raining up for about 15 hours. So quite a good rain. And the all the villagers came with drums and dancing, and with a joyful mood. They came and for expressing gratitude for all that which were done by Baba. And then after 2 years after there also the Dhuni was lit. But then on the third time, the first anniversary and second anniversary, Baba has said that today there was rain every time. The first anniversary also there was a rain. The third anniversary, the second anniversary also there was rains. I think that for the second anniversary, the rain was for about around about 24 hours. Quite a long time the rains were there. And all that the discussion which used to take place, it is thereafter Baba asked the Mandali that everybody should compose a song on this Dhuni. And everybody, all these Mandali who were fond of composing some poetry, they took part. At the first prize had gone to, I think, Rustam, and thereafter Padri, and there were four people who gave their performance. Now the whole process of holding this small session of Dhuni letting that used to take place every year in Mehrabad. I have some notes on that. Yes, I will just read out. Whatever I have said, I will just read out, because these were the notes taken out that time. And all these notes, which were being read by Mr. Lakshmikant Thade. Thereafter, for a couple of years, I was reading that. And once I requested Prashant also to read. So we were all involved in reading those notes which were prepared for the Dhuni, particularly this Dhuni program. In early November 1925, villagers from neighboring areas approached Baba with a request for rains, as there was scarcity of drinking water and grave danger to the crops. It was a prolonged drought. Consequently, there were no enough rains for 3 years, and water reservoirs had fallen dry. Animals had no fodder, and people were migrating to other places. Baba consoled them and asked them to be patient. On the night of November 10th, after a day of exhausting activity, Baba was sitting with Mandali near the table cabin. When villagers came again and beseeched Baba for rains, then after Upasni Maharaj's Aarti, was sung, Baba ordered the Mandali to dig a pit and collect pieces of firewood and light a dhuni, a sacred fire. The dhuni was lit, and at 11 that night, first night, it was 11 o'clock at night, Baba told the villagers to go home straight, and that God has heard their prayers. At that time, there were no clouds in the sky, but as the flames of dhuni were rising high, the sky became dark with clouds, and there was heavy downpour of rains. The rain went on continuously for 15 hours. Baba asked Mandali to compose a poem on dhuni. Rustum were the first prize, Padri the second, Pandava third, And the school teacher Kisan, he was fourth. He won fourth prize. Now, 10th November 1926, that is the first anniversary. First anniversary of Dhuni was commemorated by lighting Dhuni at 7 in the evening. Gujarati Aarti was sung. Following there was heavy rainfall as the previous year when Dhuni was lighted for the first time. You see, this is a point to be noted that for the first Dhuni, Baba asked the people to sing the Aarti of Vasni Maharaj. And for the first anniversary, the Gujarati Aarti was sung. On November 10th, 1927, on November 10th, 1927, just mind, these are the date is 10th. Baba was on prolonged liquid fast on coffee and milk, continuing it for almost 5.5 months. Later that evening, the anniversary of Dhuni was celebrated. The Mandali and the boys gathering around the Dhuni as it was lighted. After the ceremony was concluded, there was continuous rain for 3 days. That was for the 1927. But thereafter, there was a big gap. There was a big, Baba went on several times on tours and foreign tours and must tours. And the subject of Dhuni was, for some time, it was set aside. But thereafter, around 41 or so, again the subject of Dhuni came, and Baba asked the Dhuni to be lead. You see, this second anniversary, that is in 1927, one thing is to be noted that Baba was sitting in seclusion on the hill, on the crypt which was prepared for his samadhi. And for the Dhuni purpose, he came down along with 3 people. But then how he came, he was covered with curtains all around. People were holding these curtains all around. And in that, Baba was walking towards the Dhuni. It's a very special gesture on part of Baba. The reason he only knows. But then there was a remark by Baba that this Dhuni, that means the Dhuni on the anniversary, this is not for the purpose of rain, as it was for the first Dhuni. This is for my universal work. It means that Dhuni was playing some important part in Baba's avtaric mission. And this is all these points. Some of the points have come into the poetry which was composed on the Dhuni, and I will read out the words, first words, and thereafter the translation of that. It's a this language is special language. It is a special of Meher Baba. It is an admixture of so many several Gujarati and Parsi and then English and Hindi. This is a mixture of all these languages. A very strange and very rare language which Baba is used. So I will read out for the words, and simultaneously I will read out the translation of it. Karu tari sifat kya thi, kalam ma te nathi takat, salagta meher barsavi, ajab tari che ye barkat. Karu tari sifat kya thi, kalam ma te nathi takat, salagta meher barsavi, ajab tari che ye barkat. Translation which is made down is, my pen has not strength to sing your praise. At the first glow of your flame, there was rain. How marvelous is your gift. To cool your radiant blaze, to cool your radiant blaze, God himself, honoring you, showered rain on you for hours on end. This is in fact a honor to that Dhuni. God has showered rains. This is the first two lines. Then second stanza is Te tara shola tejasvi ne karwa shant khud yazda kala ko meghne dware tane api khari izzat. May you come to rescue of thousands. May you receive the blessings of the poor. To those who pray you, may you give protection. हजारों ने शफा दीजे, गरीबों ने दुआ लेजे, रहे तू आप तो जे कोई तुझी करे मिन्नत. This is mixed. This translation is mixed with these upper lines. This is already, this meaning of these two lines has already come above, because here it is said, may you come to rescue of thousands, may you receive the blessings of the poor. To those who pray to you, may you give protection. That these lines have already come in the translation. Hazaron ne Shubha Deji. Now the next two lines are Che Tujna Gun Vali Jeva. This is very important stanza. Che Tujna Gun Vali Jeva, Pade Tujma Bane Teva, Ajab Tari Karamat Che, Ajab Leela, Ajab Kudrat. The translation is, you have the attributes of Vali. Vali is a high state in spirituality. You have the attribute of a Vali. He who loses himself in you becomes like you. Wonderful is your effect. Wonderful is your play. Wonderful is your nature. Now, next stanza is, Tu faldrub bhi kariya pe, ne jadmul thi bhi vruksh kape. Tu faldrub bhi kariya pe, ne jadmul thi bhi vruksh kape. Kare आबाद ने बर्बाद, तारे बाजू है छह बरकत. It's a beautiful stanza. One who uses you. No, sorry. You have the attributes of Vali. He who loses himself in you becomes like you. Wonderful is your effect. Wonderful is your play. Wonderful is your nature. Your is a gift which nurtures or destroys. Yours is a gift which nurtures or destroys. The seed you fructify, the seed you fructify, while the tree you uproot. Both are your blessings. To fructify the seed, to uproot the tree, both are your blessings. One who uses you with care, very important point. One who uses you with care can cook hundreds of dishes. One who uses you with care can cook hundreds of dishes, but to the ignorant who treats you carelessly, you are a calamity. But to the ignorant who treat you carelessly, you are a calamity. You are like the valley, full of virtues as well as faults. You are like a valley, full of virtues as well as faults. You make one sleep and another drown. You make one swim and another drown. That is your nature. Now next is to Mehrabadi Dhuni. Nagar pani bagar suni. Tu Mehrabadi Dhuni. Nagar pani bagar suni. Khara maukat ne pehchani. Buji khedut ni mehnat. The translation is: the whole region of Ahmednagar was without water. But at the perfect time, you rewarded the labor of the farmer. In the form of fire, you were hot. By becoming water, you were cooled. As those near you were warmed by your flame, so also was the world made happy by your light. I will read it again, beautiful stanza. The whole region of Ahmednagar was without water, but at the perfect time you rewarded the labor of the farmer. In the form of fire, you were hot. By becoming water, you were cool. As those near you were warmed by your flame, so also was the world made happy by your light. तू बाबा ने शरण लीजे, तू बाबा ने शरण रहजे, गुरु ने वंदना कहेजे, चरण मां सदगुरु ना जे, तमे तीनिज छे हिम्मत. The translation is: when you have surrendered to Baba, when you have surrendered to Baba, let your lips be sealed. Brave are those who serve at the feet of the Sadguru. Limitless is your greatness, O Dhuni. When you surrender to Baba, let your lips be sealed. Brave are those who serve at the feet of the Sadguru. Limitless is your greatness, O Dhuni. Only rishis and munis can fathom you. You made Behran, the fire sleep, and the sky weep. Your warmth melted the heavens, waiting my Sadra. Waiting my Sadra. Sadra means the garment or the shirt, one may say. In Marathi, it is called Sadra. So you have made it wait. That is the meaning of it. You warm melted melted the heavens, waiting my Sadara. You are the real servant of the Sadguru. Stay near him always. Stay near him always. Difficult was it to live in the heat of famine. Difficult was it to live in the heat of the famine, and it made you sweat. You are the true slave of the master, a fiery rod in my cool hands. A fiery rod in my cool hands. This is the sum total of the Dhuni. Now, you see, Baba has given so much of importance to the Dhuni. He has described the status of the Dhuni as a Wali. Wali is a very great state in the spiritual stages. Baba has given that state to this Dhuni. And he has also said that you are the tool in my hands. Last line is there, that you are the tool in my hands. It means that whenever Baba requires a tool for his work, the work may be of different types. The work may be of different types. The tool is the common, that is Dhuni. In fact, for God, there are several tools, but the Dhuni is one of the important tools in the hands of the master. Now, coming to the point of leading the Dhuni, in the year 1941 or so, Baba had come from some tour, and then he asked the people to light a Dhuni, and that was lighted with at the hands of Masaji. Yes, Masaji, I think. Now, the point is, and thereafter Baba had said that hereafter you people should lead the Dhuni on 12th of every month. He asked the Mandali to lead the Dhuni on 12th of every month. Now, after Baba dropped his body, this is what this leading of Dhuni is going on every month on 12th of every month. The time depends upon the season. If it is a rainy season, it may be a summer, it may be a cold season. So it depends upon the season. The time depends on the season or the time of sunset. But the Dhuni is being lit every month. Now, the question comes to one's mind that is it not a ritual? When Baba returned from new life, from Khojaguda, he walked to Aurangabad, and thereafter he came to Mirazad, and without going to the ashram or the bungalow, he straight away went up the hill. Went up the hill. Nobody was allowed to see him then. That when Baba went up, only Mani and Mehra, they had a little glimpse for a second. Baba looked at it, they looked at Baba, and Baba went up the hill. And this was followed by one special ceremony wherein Baba had asked Erj to write down on a paper that today I have burnt all the rites and rituals of that are being observed by the people. A sort of some statement like that, and that particular paper was burnt in a dhuni. The dhuni was lit there, and it was burnt in the dhuni. Not only this, but all that ash was collected, and ash was filled up in big jars or big drums, and that is being preserved in the archives. One cannot just even imagine what could be the reason for all these processes. Now, if you look separately at this incidents, now take for example the incident of Baba putting that paper in the dhuni and collecting ash and keeping it aside. Now there is no question of keeping it aside, but it is preserved. And that tradition of lighting dhuni every month, it goes on. To my mind, my little understanding, Baba, you see, one thing is definite, that even after Baba adopted his physical body, Baba is active in his universal work. Now there are certain time factors that for these many years, Baba is there as if he is in a body. He was like a person in a body. That is the philosophy which has been said by the elderly people or said by even Baba. But then, after so many years, the dhuni being lit on a particular day in Mehrabad has some different significance which we do not understand. If you look at the other places where the dhuni is burning, at other places, say for example, the dhuni at Sai Baba's Samadhi, it is burning 24 hours without any break. In that central India, Bade Dhuni Wale Baba and Chote Dhuni Wale, at both these places, the dhuni is burning throughout the day for 24 hours continuously. We cannot just imagine what Sai Baba must be doing with that dhuni. We also do not know what this Dhuni Wale Baba must be doing with that dhuni. But in the case of Baba, we can at least have some feel that Baba is utilizing that weapon still now, that instrument still now for his universal work. Baba's universal work is going on ceaselessly, and the use of dhoni is being made by Baba every time. This is only out of belief. When we try to compare the places where different places when dhonis are lit, dhonis are burnt, we cannot exactly understand what is the purpose behind it. But in Baba's life, there are indications when Baba has given. Now, the first indication was during the time of drought, the villagers come and Baba gets the dhuni lighted, and then there were rains. That is one purpose. But thereafter, for 2 years, Baba says that these are not for that rains. It is for my own purpose. It indicates that whenever Baba requires, and the last line of this, you are a tool in my hands. मेरे गरम हाथ का डंडा ऐसा कुछ है वो, something like that. Hey, special wording Baba is used. So that continues. I feel that continues. Baba using dhoni as a danda in his hand. That still continues. I am not an authority to make any definite statement on that, but that is what I feel. Baba is still working with the help of the dhoni, because it is he who has given instructions to the Mandali to lead the dhoni every month. And on the basis of that particular thing which Baba has given for Mehrabad, many centers in India, also in Western countries. I have attended some dhunis in Western countries, a couple of places, 8 to 3 places I have attended. They also have that dhuni program. Now this dhuni, letting of dhuni in Mehrabad is directly concerned with Mir Baba. But dhuni being lit at different places is out of their love and respect for Mir Baba. Our first secretary of Pune Center, K.K. Ramakrishnan, had first introduced the idea of lighting dhoni on first of every month. It is still being carried out. And when he brought this idea first, he used to discuss with me very freely. And I very freely told him that don't fall into this ritual. This is ritual. It has no meaning, I told him. He didn't say anything, but he was determined to have it. He used to have it, and that is being continued till today. What is that? That is simply a sort of a honor in our hearts, honor in our hearts for Mir Baba, that we carry out this process of lighting dhuni at different places. Another thought I will just put before you is, when we don't have our masters right in front of us, We require some dolls to play with. We require. And these are all those dolls with which we are satisfied in playing with. That is included in the activities which we carry out after the master disappears from our sight. We have something. We should have something. That is what we are having. But one thing which I would like to bring to notice of all of you, that recently I read somewhere somebody writing that all these centers, the big buildings and all expenditure on maintaining the centers is of no use. Whatever program they hold is simply singing some bhajans and giving some talks, and that's all. So it has no meaning. That was the feeling of that one who wrote about this. It has no meaning. All these gathering together in centers, building centers, gathering together, singing bhajans, giving talks, it has no meaning. That is according to him. And immediately I was, in my heart of hearts, I was reminded of the last message which Baba had given when he had dropped using the alphabet board. Accidentally, my friend, a younger brother, Merchant Nuri, he brought the same subject before me, particularly that message which Baba has given before dropping use of that alphabet board. In that, Baba has said that my lovers, these I have established a link between you and me, all lovers and Baba. Baba said that I have established a link in between you and me. And at the same time, I have established a link amongst yourselves. Why I am linked with the circle of friends. Because you are Meher Baba lover, I am also Meher Baba lover. So this is Meher Baba's working, that he has established links in between all of us who call themselves the lovers of Meher Baba. And Baba further said that, see, when the link is established, your link with me is established, there is no purpose in keeping the body. When this body is taken out, that link is there. It's a very beautiful point Baba has given therein. And there Baba has said that my lovers, after I drop my body, my lovers should continue to gather together, to discuss about me, to read about me, to sing my glory. All this Baba has suggested that my lovers should do this and spread my name. And ultimately Baba said that the words Baba, Baba should come from the mouth of every child. Something is there on our heads. All these gatherings in centers, running the centers, it is not purposeless. It is with purpose. And that purpose is not decided by us. That purpose has been decided by Meher Baba himself. And it is our foremost duty to act what Baba had wished then. Anyway, this is all about this Dhuni. In whatever way may we try to understand, certain things we won't be able to understand any time. But then, now say, certain things we do out of our love for Meher Baba. Dhuni is also one such a thing. What Baba does with the Dhuni that we do not know and we are not concerned about it. But then, through that Dhuni, every month, several people drive from long distances and gather there. It's a result of that lighting the Dhuni. So that lighting of Dhuni is not without any purpose. It is with a purpose. We at home, when we offer prayers, we have a fixed time. Why that time should be fixed? We have our prayers at 7 o'clock. Why 7 o'clock? Why not 5 o'clock? Why not in the afternoon? Several questions are there. But then, this is my personal understanding. We have to get bound to a particular time, particular period. Why? That way we are remembering Meher Baba throughout the day. That thought is always there. We may not be conscious of it, but that in our background of our mind, that thought is always there. Then deliberately we gather together, we lit a small lamp, fold our hands and offer our prayers. What is therein? What is therein? There is a love. There is a love. This is not a ritual. This is a love. We garland Baba's pictures. We decorate Baba's pictures. Why that? Why that decoration of around Baba's picture, a beautiful decoration, then beautiful garden? Why it is necessary? It is done through love. I will tell one example for the ladies, especially. The ladies, they decorate their children. They will wash them good. They will put powder and then they will dress up in a very beautiful way so that the child should look happy and nice. When we do all the decoration around Baba's picture, the same feeling is there as a mother has for her child. We have a connection of love in between we and Meher Baba. And that is the reason why we decorate Baba's picture and fold our hands and stand there. And one more thing I tell you, why we should get bound to this particular time, 7 o'clock. Why it should be 7 o'clock? See, there is a necessity of getting bound to a particular time. The reason is, when the time is skipped over, the time of prayer never comes in. Supposing one day, if you miss that time, and you feel that I will pray at the time of going to bed, it never happens. It never happens. So, emotionally, mentally, we are bound to that particular time, that 7 o'clock, I must pray to Meher Baba. I have found in several places, especially in Andhra, they get bound to a particular time. Exactly at that time, they will recite something about Meher Baba. So I know people who will be traveling in a car. At that particular time, they'll stop the car at the side of the road, and they will remember Baba for a minute or two, and then proceed afterwards. This is getting bound to particular practice or particular field in one's life. I also know that once you miss that time, feel that I will do it afterwards, that afterward never comes. It's gone means gone. One more thing I would explain here is it's, or rather to say, I'll discuss here. Our K.K. Ramshaw used to say, it's a beautiful explanation he used to give, that why people all over the world, they match their timing with the prayers at Samadhi. In India, all the people, all the center, they will have their prayers at 7 o'clock. Even in Baba lovers' houses, they have the time at 7 o'clock in the evening. Morning, of course, it depends, but evening, they have specifically picked that time. Why that time fixing is there? Or K.K. Ramakrishna used to say that it is but a linking in Meher Baba Samadhi and yourself. By praying at that particular time, you are linked up with the Samadhi. Because at Samadhi, the prayers are conducted at 7 o'clock. So you are immediately connected with the Samadhi. Not only this, but what he used to explain further is that since there will be a link in between you and Meherabad, all that persons or all that teachers coming in that link, they will get benefit of it. Am I clear about that? So when I am linked up with this Meherabad, the link is established, and whoever comes in between the link, he is also connected with Meherabad unconsciously. So this is a very strange game that once somebody asked about this evening prayers, morning prayer, why it should be 7 o'clock in the morning? Because the time is not given by Meher Baba. It is for the convenience or for this particular bind should be there, a particular, or should I say, a person should get bound to that particular time and then approach the Samadhi for prayers. There should be some time. That Mansari had fixed that time. That's a very thoughtful thing which she had done. At 7 o'clock, people, wherever they are around Meherabad, they will come and pray there. So Eres was asked, why should be 7 o'clock? Eres said it's not necessary. Baba has not said so. Even I do not pray at 7 o'clock. I pray at 5 o'clock. But that collective prayer has its own merit. And that we are observing. Anyway, today we have several points which came to my mind. I just put before you. Anyone would like to contribute or stand opposed to whatever I have said? Please give your reaction from this.
I don't see any reaction. You said so many beautiful things, Pratap ji. Thank you. Oh, Betty, go
Okay,
ahead.
Baba, Pratap, I'm reminded of a time when my family went to India, and on the airplane, on the way home, we got on the plane and it was 7:00. So my children, we decided we will do arti on the plane. So we put up a little, I can't remember, we pulled the tray down and we got peanuts for prasad. And we did the whole arti. We were so full of Baba, so full of joy that we did the arti on the plane in our plane seats. It was fun. At 7:00.
that is naturally because the whole situation of the world is such. Now, but then the point here is that you have to get bound to a particular time. Now, if there is a daytime in India, there is a night in US or any other country, there may be different timings. And to match those timings is a difficult task. In fact, it is not necessary also. But then, if you have a feeling that 7:00 means 7:00 of that particular nation, that your feeling is important and you are getting bound to that time of that country. That is important. That particular time you remember that I have to pray for Baba. Follow it. That's all. It's a beautiful discussion. In fact, recently we had that I just that name doesn't come to my mind. That Baba's accident took place in Oklahoma. There is a center, and every year on 24th of May, they have a sort of a repetition of Baba's name, and they spread this news in different countries, and they match with the times of those countries. It's a nice activity, I would say. Whatever is done, once this Arnavas had said to me, whatever you do for Baba is always good. Whatever you do for Baba is always good. But for the main object should be Mere Baba, not for my pride, not for my spreading my own personality, and this not for anything of that sort. It is only for my beloved Mere Baba. If that feeling is there, I do not know why, but last about a week, I have heard some of the ghazals, 2-3 ghazals, which are very emotional, very emotional. They are, in fact, prominent singers have sung those ghazals, but they are very touching to heart. And I am so much possessed with that, with the meaning of those ghazals, that Baba, Mere Baba's thought is all the time harassing me, harassing my mind and harassing my heart. It makes me very emotional. In one of the talks in Bombay Center, this Davana had given a talk in Bombay Center, and a young boy had asked her, had said to her that the feeling which you get in reading Baba's books, or you, when anything you, any Baba's incidents in Baba's life, when you get some feelings, we do not get it. A young boy said. She, in her own way, she has said that in a course of time, you will also get that feeling. I have also some thought on that. Even young people, those who have not seen Meher Baba, they can get that feeling, provided they match their love with the remembrance of Meher Baba. That feel can be had by people. I have some examples before my eyes that some young boys, they have not seen Meher Baba, but their feel for Meher Baba is so very strong and so very sensitive. The way you keep, you start talking about Meher Baba, they will be lost in that. Whatever is being told to them, they will get lost in those thoughts. I have known some people. See, it depends upon how you approach, how you contain that love for Meher Baba in your hearts. That is important. I go to center, I just talk with people, Jai Baba, Avatar Meher Baba, that's all, and then come home. It is, I sit in the center, there is a talk going on, or there is a singing going on, and I get a call. Always you get a call at the time when the program is going on. You get a call on the mobile, and that call is not once. It is at least dozen times that you go out and accept to attend that call. It's a nonsense. It's a nonsense. You shut off that mobile for some time. Can you not do that? You have divisions, several divisions in your mind. I understand the old elderly people, they are required to go to toilet, washroom, that I admit. But then other people, they are never at one place. They never sit quietly, never listen to what is going on. Their minds are just running here and there. And not only that, but some people will be keep on talking, and taking fully, knowing fully well that Meher Baba is sitting inside and the program is going on. I am sorry, I am very on certain points, I am very sensitive, really. Anyway, if anything wrong, please excuse me, Baba. I pray to Baba, please excuse me if I'm out of my emotions, if I'm saying anything wrong, anything harsh. Please forgive me. Now, I think that that's enough now. What Prakash thinks now, all others have anything to say, I feel, and if no question is there, certain time, Baba asked somebody, it was in Guruprasad, have you anything to ask? And that Baba is asking, you do want to ask anything? Then but that person says, no, Baba, nothing. It's very good. You don't have a question, is a very good thing. But it is applicable to Baba, not to us. We can discuss points amongst us. Anyway, now what are the further orders from your side? Please tell me, and then we'll end this session.
Would you like to sing Arti?
Oh, sure.
One Arti and then we finish.
Which? Any Arti.
Any.
Any Arti. All right. Certain things I never say no to prayers or to Aarti. I never say no. Going to Merawada, I say no. Never say no. So these are certain points of one's life. You are getting to that particular thought so much so that you are drawn much and more toward Baba. So having Aarti is out of question. We must have Aarti. I will do it. Thank you. जहाँ कल्पना शब्द न पहुँचे ऐसे अपनों नेति पुकारी महिमा तोरी दिव्य सनातन परम दया गई दिव्य सनातन परम दया गई हे जगदोद्धारो मेर मन आरती स्वीकारो मेर मन आरती स्वीकारो धूप दीप चंदन चरियाना भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना तुमरा ही तुमको लौटाना आहे बड़ा ही करो मेरे मन आरती सीखा सकल के तुम कारण हो, तारनहारे हो, मसम और नहीं तुम ही हो, हे सत्य अवतार मेरे रमन के आरती सिखारो, मेरे मन आरती सिखारो। सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया, माया ही तो तुम्हारी छाया, मरा अंत न कोई पाया, तुम अनंत करो मेरे मन आरती सिखारो, मेरे मन आरती सिखारो। अपने को जब जो नहीं जाने, वही माँ तुम्हारी क्या पहचाने, जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने, गुणगाते तुम्हारो मेरे मन आरती सिखारो, मेरे मन आरती सिखारो। सीमानाहि तुम्हारी कृपा को, क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको, कठिनी दो प्रेमी जनों को, नित्य तुम्हें सुमिरो मेरे मन आरती सिखारो, मेरे मन आरती सिखारो। दिव्य सनातन परम दया धन्य, दिव्य सनातन परम दया धन्य, हे जगदोद्धार मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो। अवतार मेहर बाबा की, अवतार मेहर बाबा की, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। Thank you, Baba, and thank you all of you. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you, Pratap Ji. Thank you so much.
Jai Baba,
Thank-
Pratap Ji.
Jai Baba.
Another
Jai-
wonderful morning.
Jai Baba.